whānau, my name's Neen. I call myself the Joy Ninja because I'm trying to create a sense of abundance and joy on a tiny income. This is my regular Wednesday cash stuffing with a twist. So it's towards the end of the month, and today I'm going to go through all my binders and do a little count up, have a wee condense where I can. I don't have pots of cash, but I know that next month is going to be a really spendy month, so we'll talk about that as we go through. Also, a bit of a confession, because I know that I'm an emotional spender and I'm under a lot of pressure to get my dissertation finished. There was some unnecessary spending this week. Hi Poppy. Don't, I know it smells great, doesn't it? So this is one of the things. I bought a pomegranate and Italian bergamot candle. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, hopefully. Yeah, so there was a little bit of unnecessary spending. I don't think it's going to break the bank, but yeah, I just have to be a little bit more careful in the next couple of weeks. Right, so as I said, I'm going to kind of do this backwards. I got my $3.40, which is what I regularly stuff after I paid rent and bills for my necessities, food and petrol and whatnot, and also for a little bit of sinking funds. But what I'm going to do first is stuff my Treat Yourself binder. If you're new here, I save my change every week and I put it in this jar. If you saw last Sunday, I already condensed that money down. And because of the overspending, there is no change, there is nothing left in the old wallet to contribute today. But throughout the month, I've managed to save $15 just in change, and I'm going to put it in this little binder I made in June, and forget about it. I will unstuff this when it gets full, which is going to be October, the end of October, and decide what to do with that money then. All right, so that's that. I like the way that it's starting to look full. My adventure fund, this is for tramping. I'm actually going to take that $100 out and put it in the bank and put a placeholder in here. I made myself some new ones. I also sell these in my shop. So I'll just make myself a note that $100 is going to the bank. Kids savings is all in the bank. Emergency savings, I've got a $1,000 placeholder in there. I actually helped out a whānau member with an emergency, so there's not $1,000 in there, but that money is coming back to me this week. Yeah, so that's that. The I Love Tacos, this was a savings challenge that was in my pink binder. There's $90 in here. The intention for this is to take the kids out for dinner when I finish my dissertation. Graduation happens 2 times a year, so it's likely that October will be my graduation date, all going to plan. I've realised I'm going to need more than $90 because I've got to hire a gown and some other stuff, and I lost a library book and I've got to pay for that before they let me graduate and blah blah blah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put some of it in the bank and put that aside. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, there's $90 there, right? Also, that's a new envelope. I'm not starting it for a long while, but I do sell that challenge. I put that in there because I have an iPhone 6 with a cracked screen that still works, kind of, just. You know, and I don't have the money to start saving for it, but when I do, that's a plan. Right, so this $90, I'm actually going to put some of it in my month ahead binder. if you haven't seen this, I've got a little dashboard here. This is my bare bones budget. So there's rent, variable expenses, that's food and petrol basically, utilities and insurance. So if for any reason I was really on the bones of my ass, I figured out that these basic expenses would need to be covered, and so I'm trying to save for that. On here I've got like a little tracker. So there's they are split up into quarters. So each quarter is like a week ahead. So I'm a week ahead at the moment on variable expenses, utilities and insurance, and a little way there with rent. I am actually going to, so I've got 115 in rent. I need 470 to be a week ahead. A big bulk of that money is going to come from this binder when I finish a challenge in the next week or so. But for now, I'm going to add $55 to it, which brings it to 170. And then when that challenge is finished, that'll be 300. So that gets me to my magic number of 470, which is a lot of money, but I'm going to feel really great that I am at least 1 week ahead with everything. And I think I said a few videos back that I was 1 week ahead, and then I went and looked at it and went, oh yeah, not quite. Still got the rent. The rent is my biggest expense by far. But look, feels good to be making some moves in that direction. So yeah, I put 35 back to the bank, 55 has gone into my week ahead, whatever thing. Geez, I'm not doing very well at talking. I mean, I'm sorry about that. I'm just, yeah, a little bit stressed and it makes me quite discombobulated. Anyway, let's move on to this one. This is the sinking funds one. If you followed me for any length of time, you'll know that the dentist is the bane of my life. If I had to distill this year down to one word, it would be dentist. I have $1,000 in the bank. I actually have 1,150 in the bank because I've been contributing through an AP, but that's set aside to get my daughter's braces on, which she's going to go and get some teeth extracted next week, and then the braces go on the week after that, and that's for the down payment, and then I will be paying that off by an AP. So you won't see it, but just so you know, that's what's going on there. The rest of this money, this cash, is for my dental woes. So I have to go back to the dentist. At the moment, I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 55, and I'm going to add 70. So that's 20, 40, 60, 81. Condense that. Oh, 150, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50. Let's give that a 50. 60, 70, 5. I think I need about 240. Oops. 100, 200, 25. Yeah, so there's 225 there. If I just put a $15 in next week, then we should be all good. That was a nightmare. 225. Like kids fun. Kids fun is going to get $20, and I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, 70. Is that right? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. All right. So let's do that. Leaving it in cash because, yeah, going to get spent in the next couple of weeks. Fur bays, again, there's 100 in the bank. I'm denied about whether to put this in the bank or not, but I figure, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 90. And today, to that 190, I'm going to add $10. Cool. So that gives us $200. And I will put that in the bank. But in all honesty, that's going to get spent pretty soon. So the pets have got $300, but yeah, I need to do spays and vaccinations and whatnot, so I'm not even going to put it in their savings account. I'll just leave it in my everyday account because I, you know, get the feeling it's been I'll book that and get onto it ASAP. Car is another one that I've got it on my to-do list to ring and book that in. Warren Fitness is due early next month. I have 20, 30, 40, 50, and I'm going to add 10, I think. No, I'm going to add 20. 20, 40. Let's put that in. Only reason I'm leaving 5s in there is because I quite often cash stuff 5s and you don't get those out of the cash machine, so it's kind of handy to have a few. Okay, Matariki, I'm going to finish this tracker off today. So I needed to add 14. Let's give it a final count. Got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 90. Fantastic. Let's go 50. I'm just thinking, do I want to put this in my bank account? No, I think I'll leave it, but I'll condense it. Again, 20. And I'll leave the 5s for the same reason that I'm leaving the other 5s. 50, 75, 85, 90. So that's good, that's fully funded, but that's going to be spent next month as well. Now Christmas, I kind of wanted to be a lot further ahead by now than I am. but that's okay. Will I swap that out? No, I'll leave the 10s. I'll put the 50 in the bank. So I've got 150 banked towards Christmas, and then the 2 20s there. And then gifts just has $10 in the next two, in each of the next 2 birthdays, so I'll leave that, that's fine. Alright, let's stuff my everyday binder, my short-term revolving sinking fund binder. Oh, we'll do my daughter's first. I went into her binder and got out $1 so that I could give her I might have to give it to her like that. She quite often makes change out of this binder if she needs it. Anyway, that's her sorted for the week. Household's going to get 10. Has 5, so that's 15 now. Pin money's going to get its usual $20. Beauty will get 5. But in this case, let's give it a 20 and put the 15 back. Health, I'm going to put in 20 today. It has 10, 20, 30, 5. So let's put in a 50 and put back those 3 10s. Let's put a nicer 5 in. Okay, so that's health done. Clothes, I'm just giving 5 to. But I might swap these out for a 20. So clothes says 25, and that's probably all going to be spent on underwear in the next week. Giving is just going to get the leftover change this week. It does have 15. So I'll give it that too, and now it's got 17. It's just got extra checkers. Let's do my wallet. Right, food is going to get 80. And the kids are going to their dads at the end of the week for a week, for the first week of the school holidays. So that's why I'm only giving myself 80 this week. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Petrol is getting its regular 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. And kids fun, I put that directly into that bigger envelope this week. We'll save that up for the second week of the school holidays. So that's my wallet stuffed. And lastly, I think I'm just going to go through my challenge binder. I'm not going to fully condense it, but I know I've got an extra 50 here, and I think this can probably go in here. 51, 52, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 65. It's my intention to try and finish this. I've got one stuffing left on this, and then it will go into the purple monthly hemp binder, so it makes sense to me to condense that while I have the opportunity. Everything else I think can kind of stay as it is. Oh, I might condense Polygirl a wee bit if I can. T40, 60, 80. Put those 2 10s down. For a 20, and I might swap out a 10 for 2 5s. Just so I can make change if I need to. Abundance, 20, 40. I could put I think I'll just do 1 actually. This guy doesn't need 5s on it, I don't think. 20. It's a kind of rubbish looking one. It's actually worn out, like it's losing its colour along the edges. It's weird. Yikes. $20, $40, $60, $85 in there at the moment. Lisa Grateful Me's challenge. And we could probably swap out some 10s. Do that. $20, $30, $45, $55, and I'm going to leave the change there. It's only $4 anyway. I couldn't condense it if I wanted to. These are all waiting for me to start. I'm going to finish off the ones at the front first, eh? All right, so if you're off, Matiwa, I will see you on Sunday, hopefully, for some Sunday savings challenges. This lot is going back to the bank. So that's $3.95 going back into the bank. If you enjoyed, feel free to, interact with the buttons. I will see you again on Sunday. Kia ora.